What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of Swear Entertainment. It's your man Myron Thomas Sr. And I swear to give you my honest opinion on and some facts on sports, music, all kind of fun topics and things that's going on. I haven't did a video in a while. Be honest with y'all, I've been depressed. Super Bowl's over. No, I'm a football fan. Nothing really to watch. Trying to get into this NBA season. It's not really. It's kind of working for me, but not working for me. I'm gonna give you a little history of my sports enjoyment time throughout the year. Growing up, I'm gonna start with the summer. School lets out. NBA Finals is going on. Watch the NBA Finals. Usually it's over before or around before Father's Day. So, I was a big baseball. Baseball was a thing for me. So, I was into the baseball season, watching the Indians, Yankees, stuff like that. Going to July, we got the Major League All-Star game, stuff like that. If it was an Olympic year, getting into the Olympics, stuff like that. That was mostly what's going on in July. August hits, preseason football. I'm getting excited, trying to see, see who the draft, seeing the draft picks, stuff like that, Also, Major League Baseball is getting kind of good because now we're after the All-Star break. Teams are fighting for positions to win the pennants and stuff like that. It's just, really the anticipation of what is to happen coming into September. Now we got college football going on. We got NFL football going on. We got baseball going on. Basically, how my week would go. On the top, just even after school, stuff like that. After I graduated, stuff like that. Mostly during the week, we're going with baseball. Going with baseball. See who is playing, who is fighting, what's their magic number for them to win the pennants. Saturday, we got college football. And then Sunday, we got NFL football. Back then, because Sunday night football and stuff like that, Thursday night football didn't come until later on, like within these past 15 odd years or so. But back then, it was just Sunday football. You had your 1 o'clock games, your 4 o'clock games. That was it. After 7:30, no more football. You watch whatever movies or whatever else or TV specials were coming on that Sunday. Then you geared up for Monday Night Football. After Monday Night Football, it was baseball. It was baseball up until that following Saturday. That's how it went for the month of September. October, you got the Major League Playoffs, World Series, all that type of stuff, along with, mainly during the week. Then they would play if it was the World Series. A World Series game would come on after football. So on a Sunday. So you would have the 1 o'clock game, 4 o'clock game, and then you would have the World Series on that night, in October. But like I said, on Saturdays, you had your college football. That was it. And then at the end of October, you had the beginning of the NBA season. So, mind you, there's no Thursday night football. There's no Sunday night football. But the NBA schedule, it all fit. But even though back then we couldn't really watch a lot of games, so you had to catch up on a lot of games through the paper or through the radio. I listened to a lot of Chicago Bulls, Cavalier games, stuff like that on the radio. But after Saturday, college football, Sunday, NFL, Monday night, NFL, rest of the week up until next Saturday, NBA. That's going into November, going into December. Then you go into after New Year's, you got your college bowl games, and then you have NFL playoffs, but you still have the NBA season going on. And if, like me, I was a big Chicago Bulls fan throughout the 80s and 90s. So I'm keeping up what's going on with the Bulls. But see, then there's also other teams that I liked. I like the Knicks. Figured out, I also watched the Cavs and stuff like that. Teams, Atlanta, the Lakers, and didn't care about Detroit. But that was the way that it would go. But we knew these teams, and so it was exciting, even though there wasn't football on. The NBA still kept our attention, kept my attention. So that's how it went. And then after, you get after the Super Bowl, you knew what was going on in the NBA season, so you jumped straight into from watching football to going to the NBA. You was excited because you already knew what record was what struggles this team had or that team had, or you knew all this type of stuff. So it was nothing to turn around here to jump right back into just jump into the NBA season. And if you were like me, you got into spring training, stuff like that, going into February, March. Then when you go into March, April, conclusion of the NBA season, who's going to be in the playoffs and, stuff like that. Then you got the start of baseball season, home openers and all that type of stuff. And so then you reared up. Like for me, I was reared up. It was like, okay, we got the end of the NBA season, we got the beginning of baseball season. Then we had you got April going into May. That's all the NBA playoffs. You got the beginning of baseball. Then we go into June with the finals. Everything goes. So that's how. But we knew these players. We knew what teams they were on. Stuff like that. So it made it exciting to watch the NBA. So, and like I said, this is how the years went for a lot of years. That's how the schedule went. Then when, it got to where, you had Thursday night games on NFL, you had, they took a lot of NBA games off of regular TV. And put them on cable, so where you basically you almost had to have cable to watch NBA games, and then basically football saturated for the time the preseason started until the Super Bowl. It was basically you have Thursday now it's like Thursday night games. You got your 1 o'clock games, your 4 o'clock games, Sunday night football, and Monday night football. You got it gives us, for a football fan like me, I love it. But also it's after it's done, because a lot of teams I'm not a fan of no more. I grew up, I will say, when Michael Jordan got drafted to the Bulls, I was about 11, 12 years old. Okay? So, majority of my teenage, early years, everything, I was a Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls fan. Okay? I was starting to be a Lakers fan because I do love and I admire Magic Johnson and stuff like that. And that's what made me keep up with, and that's what I'm saying. It was even though I didn't like Larry Bird and the Celtics, but I could watch them. Because I respected them and I respected that they were great players. I could watch the New York Knicks because I was a big, huge, I was more of a Michael Jordan fan, but I also loved Patrick Ewing. It was stuff like that. We knew Dominique Wilkins was on Atlanta. We knew it was exciting. We knew, and these were dominant players. Now today, in today's NBA, it's like because everybody wants to play with each other, and it's boring. I mean, I have watched some good games. There were some good games I have watched, and if you actually probably sit down and actually watch some of the games, there are some really good games. There are some really good NBA games. Right. The ones that they broadcast, but they only broadcast the ones that are in major markets. The Boston, Dallas now with Luka Doncic, Brooklyn, Golden State, LA, the Clippers, Lakers and Clippers, stuff like that. You don't see too many Sacramento games. Just Utah and Denver are starting, because they have emerged because of what Denver did in the bubble last year, but they're not really doing too much this year, but because of what they did in the bubble in the last season, that now they get the little TV spotlight, but you don't see too many Charlotte games. You don't see too many, unless you're in that market, but you don't see too many Charlotte games. You don't see too many Cleveland games, Indiana games, Detroit games, Atlanta a little bit. It's, where the marketing for the NBA used to be so, more dynamic than just a handful of teams that you basically put on your TV schedule to get everybody to watch them. But for me, I'm still stuck in that. I wish I could find that player or that team that I could really get behind in the NBA and really, follow them and stuff like that. And, I'll give you an example how much of a big Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan fan I was for the 95-96 season, the 72-10 season. I followed every single game, right? I remember I had the newspaper, and I remember writing down on this newspaper every game that they would win, every game that they lost. I mean, when it was like 22-0 and all that type of stuff, and lost one, I remember, but see, that's how much, and I'm sitting up there watching other games. I'm saying, everything else. I mean, it was like, that's what, but now it's like, who to watch. Who to watch. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm not I can't get behind the Knicks. The Bulls are not, Chicago's another team that they don't even market none of their games on TNT. And it's, but that's basically what all it is boiled down to. That's why I really, but see, and then here's the thing that also trips me out is that I have talked to not just older people of my age range and my generation. I've also talked to younger people that really say the same thing. Like, I really don't care about the NBA until the playoffs. And now I just recently, like I had mentioned in a video before, that American Express, you buy a NBA jersey with American Express, and your player that you bought the jersey for gets traded, you get to trade in your jersey. Now, here's the fun part. I just read up the other day that that the teams that earn their spots in the playoffs, the 16 teams, get special edition earned NBA jerseys. And here's the fun part. These jerseys are getting purchased, or be able to get purchased next week. So you're saying that you already know that the teams that are going to be in the playoffs already because you're going to put their jerseys on sale. These limited jerseys that you're trying to promote. I just, I just look at the NBA as just like one little trick after another trick after another trick to try to get people interested, to get people to buy their product. Like the All-Star game. The All-Star game, I didn't even watch the All-Star game. I caught some highlights of it, and everybody was mad that Steph and Damian Lillard was shooting half-court three-pointers and stuff like that. And Giannis got the MVP because he did 16 shots. He went 16 for 16. Well, yeah, you can go 16 for 16 when nobody's playing no defense on you. I'm used to the competitive East versus West competition where, nobody's trying to. You'll get out the way because you don't want to be posterized. You know what I'm saying? But you still playing. You playing like this is a halfway competitive game. You're not just allowing people just to shoot and dunk and all this type of stuff just at free will. Or I'm going to play a little defense because, we're a little close, so I'm going to play some light defense on you and hopefully, and then this whole picking your team type of thing is, I would say I'm trying to get into this NBA season. I got more on that, and I'll probably do that on another video. But that's basically just what I've been just going through, just trying to really just get over this. Okay, football is over. I gotta try to get into NBA and try to get into some baseball. But usually baseball don't start good until the actual season starts. All the spring training and stuff like that. I really rather wait till the actual start of the Major League Baseball season to turn around here to really get into baseball. But that's about it. I'm gonna turn around here. I'm gonna like, comment, subscribe, and everybody have a nice day. Peace.